at it. That one was in on the hands of Sepulveda, and he can really handle the bat.
Yes, he can. Hovering around 350 after 200 games played. And here he goes again. Good base knock. Excellent Wood. So the hits keep coming for Carlos Sepulveda. And he's aboard here in the top of the 7th, the tying run in circulation for Tomateros.
I don't know exactly how Lorenzo Bundy will play this. Maybe the sacrifice bunt. Maybe he'll let Cordova swing away. But the fact of the matter is they got to do the best job they can at scoring this run. We've already seen them sacrifice once today. And if you're Sepulveda, you have to be concerned with the fact that Cruz, he has a decent pickoff move.
And the former major leaguer scoring up to bunt, fouling it back.
Good pitch there by Cruz. When you know a guy may be bunting, you throw the fastball at the top of the strike zone to see if he will attempt to bunt at it. And if they do bunt at it, more than likely they're going to pop it up, just like Cordova did right there. If you're Cordova and you're bunting, you got to make sure the ball's down in the strike zone.
And Cordova already paid off with his presence earlier, flashing the leather in right center field.
Yeah, he did.
Beautiful, beautiful catch and saving the day. It could have cost him a couple of runs there, and with 2 outs, in fact, he was able to just shut the inning down. He attempts the bunt here again, 0-2, fouling it off.
I don't think he'll be bunting again, although there are some guys, every now and then you'll see a guy attempt to bunt with 2 strikes, but more often than not, you do not see it.
So we'll see what the man from Changuinola, Panama does here. 0-2, Sepulveda. Opening up a little bit more at first base. Cruz minding him as he prepares, fires, and Cordova finding the grounder. No play at first. They better hurry, or excuse me, no play at second. They better hurry up to get the first, and they don't. Both runners aboard here. Rod Allen.
I don't know if Benji Gill will challenge this call, but we'll see how close it is. Good hustle by Cordova.
You said it earlier tonight as we see the replay. You got to give it everything you got. All of the details are going to show up in the wash tonight. And Cordova maybe not helping you with the bat, but he's helped you with the defense and now with the running.
He beat him there too. He never stepped on the bag, and Cordova got that left foot on the bag and before Rodriguez and Cruz kind of had a collision. He never touched it.
And it's probably because Cruz was in the way.
Well, Cruz was late getting there as well. That's a play right there if you're Rodriguez. As soon as you get it, if Cruz had done his job, he would have already been there, not still running there. And that's why Rodriguez, the first baseman, tried to do it himself. Those little things seem to show up in games like this if you don't make plays.
And now a dangerous hitter coming to the plate in Rodolfo Amador, who's batting .778 in this Serie del Caribe 2026, and Benji calculating in the dugout. So those, like you said, the little details, the wrinkles. Take a look at it again.
You can see, good look. What Rodriguez did is, first and foremost, he looked to second base to see if he had a play there, and that may have cost him and his ability of getting back to the bag. He looked to second, faked the throw there, turned and wheeled and tried to get back to the bag, but could not get there before the speedy number 2 hitter, Cordova.
Now a big time opportunity for Amador. Had both RBI in the game yesterday to support Despaña's stellar performance on the hill. Here he misses on that cutter.
Yeah.
Still sucio.
Yeah, that cutter, man. They can't hit it. I mean, it looks like a fastball coming out of his hand, so it looks like a strike. It's a strike, 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 and then it's a ball at the last moment.
The delivery to the man from Acereros de Monclova. Oh, again, the nastiness. 0-2. If you see that that's got him pretty poisoned, do you give it to him again?
You know, I'm not going to give him too good of a pitch to hit right here. I don't care what he's done. The count is 0-2. In the next pitch that I throw will be something that he really cannot do any damage with. If he hits it, he will not hit it hard anywhere.
The 0-2 from Cruz to Amador. Siéntate. There he just went Dracarys. Burned him.
Pitch sequence impeccable there. And Chavez and Cruz working beautifully with one another. Cut fastball after cut fastball, the last of which maybe about 3 to 4 inches inside, but it looked like a fastball that was going to be right down the middle when it first left Cruz's hand. That's what Amador saw.
Huge, enormous, out gigante. One down. And that brings up the always dangerous Joey Meneses, who hasn't paid off yet for Tomateros, but all he needs is one.
That's all you need. Only takes one swing to have a good day. You can be 0 for 4 that last swing. You get a base hit, you drive in some runs. It's a good day for you.
Top of the 7th, 3-2 Charros. Tomateros are threatening with 2 aboard and 1 down. The former national at the plate. Meneses swings, misses, 0-2.
I don't think anybody has made contact with that cutter as of yet since coming into the contest for Cruz.
See if he repeats the dosage. And this time he does make contact. And again, Rodriguez not able to turn it. The runners advance to 2nd and 3rd, but there are 2 outs.
Did you notice how fast Cruz got over there that time, though?
Yeah, he did.
He was there that time. Had he needed him this time, Cruz would have been able to make the play. And Rodriguez took one quick look for second base, not there. But you saw Cruz hustling. He wasn't going to be late again.
And this time Rodriguez's eyes
taking
definitely on the bag.
Taking them little bitty choppy steps.
That's it. And speaking of the choppy steps, carefully advancing Sepulveda now 90 feet away from tying this game, and that brings up Yadir Drake.
Drake should get some good pitches to hit right here. Even though they're a runner in scoring position, they got a left-hander in the on-deck circle. He should get something good to hit, and it's going to be that cutter.
The offering to the Cuban, takes it the other way, foul. What a night for baseball here in Zapopan, Jalisco, Serie del Caribe 2026. A battle between Charros de Jalisco and Tomateros de Culiacán after an epic of runs in the earlier matchup between Dominican Republic and Panama. Here he just raises the eye level, throws him a piñatazo, and Yadir Drake swings and misses.
Yeah, you may as well throw him another one, but throw it maybe a couple of inches higher than that one to see if Drake will swing at that one too. That cutter's been so good, though. He might just throw that cutter here to try to get the strikeout.
Loads the chamber, fires, and a little bit too much on the bullet there, a little off. But like you said, not giving him anything to hit. Nowhere near that strike zone. Florial on deck just in case.
He hasn't thrown Drake that cut fastball yet. He's thrown him 4 pitches. All 4 pitches have been the 4-seam fastball. There's a cutter.
And well off the plate, just seeing if Yadir Drake thinks it's irresistible, but he doesn't, so it's 2-2.
His best pitch has been the cutter. And so he may as well go with it if he can locate it on the outside part of the plate like he's been doing all day.
There he tries to tuck it in on Yadir Drake, now working to a full count.
He's thrown Drake more four-seam fastballs than anybody else. That must be the scouting report on him. Joke said nope, no good.
Full count, 2 down, top of the 7-3-2 ball game. Charros leading and protecting the 1-run lead. Cruz fires, and Drake stays alive.
Good spoil. The ball is off the plate. It probably would have been ball 4, but it's way too close to take.
And Drake, who became a naturalized Mexican citizen, just to thank Mexico for the opportunities, wants to pay off here for Lorenzo Bundy and all of the faith deposited in him. The pitch doesn't bite. He works the walk. Bases juiced with 2 down. So this, by no means, is done just yet. Still walking that tightrope. Charros de Jalisco.
Good at bat by Drake. He fell behind Cruz. No balls, 2 strikes, and fouled off enough pitches to get the count to 3-2, and then finally take a close pitch to get a base on balls. We've already told you, if you've been watching the last couple of days, Florial, he didn't come to walk. He swings that bat, and he swings at everything. So if you know that, you don't necessarily have to give him too good of a pitch on the first pitch, because you know he's swinging anyway.
And he throws some fastball a little bit elevated in the zone.
He thought he was swinging that for sure.
28 years of age. Esteban Florial.
And Florial was 2 for 5 in his major league career with the bases loaded.
And they played for the Yankees and the Guardians. Here he swings and misses, 1-1. He elected free agency after 2024, and he ended up playing at Hanwha Eagles in the Korean Baseball League in 2025. Sepulveda at third, Cordova at second. And Yadir Drake at first. The pitch, swings, misses. 2 strikes, 2 down.
Good old country hardball. Here it is. Here it is. Hit it. 2 back-to-back four-seam fastballs at 95 miles an hour. And Florial shaking his head like, okay, try it again.
Cruz fires.
Ooh.
Siéntate. Leaving the bases loaded.
I see you, big fella.
And keeping it.
I don't need to go cover first base when I can throw like that.
Dracarys. Was pure fire.
Yeah, Cruz is able to reach back and get a little extra against Florial and punch him out with a great, well-located 95 mile-per-hour fastball.
That's going to bring up Leo Eras. Already taken the first one 0 for 2 since he stepped in to the game. Wasn't originally a starter for Benji Gil, but Billy Hamilton got injured. He was called upon tonight. Here he is in the bottom of the 7th, swinging and missing, and it's 1-1.
Sometimes when you weren't starting at the beginning of the contest and somehow you get called upon to play early in the game like he did tonight for Hamilton, you do something special. You don't have time to think about what you were going to do before the game. You didn't even think you were going to play.
1-2. Just said, you know what? Try this one. But Leo Eras Aripes, outfielder for Olmecas de Tabasco in the Mexican League. 1-2 count here, bottom of the 7th, as Flores prepares. Fires. Eras lifts it into right center. Deep drive, way back, up the wall. Eras on horse and he's going to get himself a double. Tuve for Charros de Jalisco, Leo Eras from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico.
What did I just say? You don't start sometimes and you get called upon early. You come into a contest and you do something special. That was 94. And he took that ball and snatched it and hit it to the pull field, right center field. He short hopped the gate. He nearly hit it out of the ballpark for a stand-up double. It's a huge swing right there for Harris.
Fuerza Tijuas. A couple of gentlemen born in Tijuana now coming to the plate. Now it's Julian Ornelas. So Leo Eras on second base. Nobody down here in the bottom of the 7th. And Ornelas, we know, is un bandido. The pitch, swing and a miss.
He's trying to hit something to right field. He definitely wants to pull the baseball. And the man that many call the best player in Mexico right now, Ornelas. He's won a lot of championships, most of those with the Mexico City team. In Mexico City in the summer.
Oh, a little high and tight from Flores.
That's exactly where Solis wanted it. You got another really good hitter in the on-deck circle. Welinski, the right-hander, who puts the ball in play.
Just misses inside, 2-1. So Ornelas also, like you mentioned, probably the best player for summertime in Mexico, and Diablos Rojos always has exercised a good eye. Him and his brother, since they were little kids, working on their game and constantly exchanging information, just becoming great hitters. And Tirso, as we mentioned, his brother not playing. An element for the Padres trying to win a job for the Friars in spring training. 2-1. The pitch. Ornelas tags it to right center. Cordova is going to make a play. And the tag from Eras from second to third with one down and 90 feet away for Charros is run number 4.
A really nice at-bat there by Ornelas, the number 2 hitter, hitting the ball deep enough into the outfield to at least get the runner over to third base. I don't know what Lorenzo Bundy will do here, the manager of the Mexico Verde team. But if I was him, I would walk Welinski. He's been the hottest hitter in the tournament other than Junior Lake of the Dominican team. And he's most surely going to drive the run in if you pitch to him. Runner on third, less than 2 outs.
And he's already got a run scored and a base knocking 3 at bats, looking for more.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to pitch to him. At least it appears that way. Infield in. First time we've seen that in the series. The infield in, which even plays more into the hands of a guy like Welinski when you play the infield in and a guy that puts the ball in play with regularity like he does.
Yeah, the 2 outs he's made, both fly outs. And that base hit, Willie Calhoun waiting on deck. Misses again, 2-0.
You got to throw him a strike to get him out. This kid has got some real nice plate discipline, and he does not leave the strike zone very often to swing at pitchers' pitches.
Oh,
ooh, good changeup.
Excellent.
Good pitch. That's the first changeup we've seen. Outstanding pitch.
Benji getting his guys ready in the dugout. All eyes on every pitch. 2-1. Runner on third here in the bottom of the 7th, swing and miss. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch with Eras 90 feet away. And Wilansky's not buying here, so he's taking and working the patience. The 3-2 to the man from St. Louis, Missouri. Wilansky splits the diamond, brings in run number 4. 4-2 ball game. Charros de Jalisco. Clutch again. Wilansky.
That's why I put him on. I said it at the beginning of the at-bat. I mean, with a runner on third base, the fact that Wilansky puts everything in play, he looks like Jacob Wilson to me, the very good shortstop for the A's. And a 3-2 count, he gets a lot of plate. He chops it right off the dirt, right back up the middle for a base hit and an RBI.
And I say what you say, Wilson doesn't miss much, puts the ball in play at all times. Last night, Wilansky was putting the ball in play, drove all 3 of Mexico Rojo's runs, the win over Puerto Rico. That was all the offense that they needed to handle the win. Because on the mound, Luis Miranda was excellent, giving up only 2 hits and Kane 5, and not giving up a single run.
That's how you manufacture a run. You got a leadoff double, and then you follow that up with a base, not a base hit, but a fly ball to the outfield to get the runner to third base, less than 2 out. And then you got your best hitter coming up, and he drives in the run.
One of the prides of Benicia High School in California.
And Mexico Rojo team likes to run.
Willie Calhoun takes 1-1.
Wilansky now has 10 hits in the Caribbean Series. 10 of them.
Oh. Willie needs a little bit more time. He's set and he's locked in. 1-1. Oh, wanted that one. 1-2. From Vallejo, California. As I mentioned, Benicia High School. He originally turned down an offer from the Tampa Rays that they used a 17th round pick on him in June of 2013. He enrolled at Arizona, opting to play in the Pac-12 first. 1-2. Wilansky at first. The pitch. And Calhoun just missed it again. And Calhoun did debut in the majors back in 2017, so that conversation with his dad and that trip to the corrections facility really made an impression on him, and he said, that's it. I went right back to studying my craft, which is baseball. Here he is, big time opportunity to make this grow for Charros. 1-2. Staying alive.
If your Gutierrez is on the mound, there's really no need for you to panic. I mean, all you have to do is make one good pitch at the bottom of the strike zone. You get Calhoun to hit it on the ground. You get your double play, and you get out of this mess. But you got to make a quality pitch at the bottom of the zone. But so many pitchers in this situation, they always go for the strikeout instead of the ground ball.
The delivery from Flores Gutierrez. He's going to step off a little bit. And Gutierrez Flores from Guamuchil, Sinaloa. The delivery from the right-hander for Tomateros. Just missed in the zone. 2-2. Willie Calhoun there. Just let it fly. It was close and behind the dish. Difficult for Ali Solis to hold on Either way, still 2-2, one down, runner on first, 4-2 ball game. Charros leading. The runner goes. The throw from Solis, not gonna get him. Welanski has 10 knocks, and he also can run a little bit, stealing that bag.
Walensky doing it all. And basically, Gutierrez had fallen behind and forgotten all about him. He didn't throw over to first base one time. And on the fastball up, Walensky got a great jump, head first slide, able to slide in safely. But he had about 10 steps of a running jump before the ball even got into the catcher Solis's glove. He stole that base on the pitcher.
And that's Walensky's second stolen base of Serie del Caribe 2026 enormous. And Willie Calhoun now with the 3-2 count wants to clutch up and drive in number 5. Swing and a miss. Siéntate. Kade him with the cutter. So there he had to apply the witchcraft to get out. A very powerful Calhoun.
And 7th time, and the Mexico Rojo team has struck out today.
Flores Gutierrez now still not out of the woods just yet. Mateo Gil will apply some good wood. He's got a base knock in this game. Up at the plate, son of Benji. And Benji's got to get an opportunity, right? As a major league manager, the more you see him, as games go by, days go by, it's only a matter of time, no, Rod?
Well, you would think, I mean, winning as much as he's winning down in Mexico, that at some point in time, he would get an opportunity to at least interview for a big league job when one opens up, if that's his desire.
It absolutely is.
A lot of times guys from Mexico or wherever they may be, they're more comfortable managing at home than they are managing in the United States. But Benji played in the United States, so he may be comfortable in both places.
Yeah, one of the first phenoms to ever come out of San Diego, other than, since I guess Ted Williams, you could say that. Chopper to third, Hoover high, Ted Williams. It's funny, Ted Williams, if we would have had the World Baseball Classic, he would have had a choice. He could play for United States or Mexico.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure he would have played for USA, but the option was there as his mom had Mexican blood.
And you saw Lorenzo Bundy there looking at his lineup card, trying to figure out some things.
Here's the pitch in to the strike zone for Mateo Gil. And Ted Williams maybe would have played one World Baseball Classic with USA and then pulled a Nolan Arenado and played for Mexico in another one, as Nolan played for the United States. Now will be representing Puerto Rico in the World Baseball Classic. Tomorrow we unleash all of the rosters here on MLB Network. The 2-2 pitch, runner on second, bottom of the 7th, 4-2 ball game. Charros leading the way. Mateo Gil, son of Benji, at the plate, and looking and working to making a name for himself, and he's done quite well in Liga del Pacifico. Has had some clutch at bats for Charros. Here he swings, misses, Kade him. Struck him out, and they get out of this little mini jam. So Mateo still alive, but down 4-2. Spent the 2025 season with Lorenzo Bundy and Diablos Rojos del Mexico, but he struggled a little bit. Almost gave up a touchdown as far as the ERA. Now he's responsible for locking this down. 4-2 lead. Jason Atondo coming up to the plate, and he starts him off with the ball.
He's got a good arm, and he throws from a low 3/4 arm slot, and you don't see many guys throwing from this arm slot with this kind of velocity. He can get all the way up to 95. He's got a nice little sinker. He runs it in on the right-hander's hands. You saw that pitch kind of tail in at 94. And the tailing action comes from the arm slot.
Now with Charros de Jalisco, did quite well in this 2025-2026 season. 2.45 ERA, and that's what Benji is looking for, that version. And immediately after starting off 1-0, now it's 1-2 on Jason Atondo.
What we have seen the last 3 innings or so is a lot of really good arms out of the bullpen for both of these teams. And that's what we're going to see the remainder of the way in the Caribbean Series. We're going to see a lot of really good arms. I'm sure Dominican, they've saved a couple of their pitchers, and they will have some good arms as well.
Atondo seeing that good arm there, fouling it back, staying alive. And in those 22 innings of work with Charros in the Winter League, 27 Ks for Reyes. So looking to dose him with the little vitamin K here. The pitch just a bit off of the plate. 2-2.
He reached back to get a little extra there at 96 miles an hour.
Atondo's drawn a walk, but it's been pretty quiet at the plate. 2 at-bats officially here. Siéntate!
Atondo really had no chance. I mean, fastball after fastball, he could not catch up to. Finally, one at 96. That's off the plate. I mean, well off the plate. He just flails at and comes up empty.
Looked like an aspirin from there.
That's the 9th strikeout today for the Mexico Verde team. We told you that the Rojo team has struck out 7 times. So quite a few strikeouts in this contest today.
That's going to bring up Villegas. And Villegas 0 for 3 tonight. The DH.
He's flown out, he's struck out, and he's grounded out.
One and one. Top of the 8th. 4-2 Charros. And Charros trying to keep pace with Dominican Republic, the team that they faced to start things off. And Dominican Republic got to win. Haven't looked back since. The pitch. Fouling it back. You know, this is a tournament that has been graced by talents like Ricky Henderson, Roberto Clemente, Roberto Alomar, Luis Aparicio, Rod Carew, Reggie Jackson, Big Papi, Satchel Paige, Jose Canseco, Pedro Martinez, A-Rod, Ivan Rodriguez, and of course the great Willie Mays. Players here trying to make a name for themselves in this Serie del Caribe 2026. The pitch. Siéntate.
And really the first breaking pitch that we've seen Reyes throw after getting up to 96 with a fastball. But this breaking ball has some real nice tilt to it at 86 miles an hour.
Pure venom there. And Villegas knew it. Feeling dizzy thereafter. And there's a pitcher. Now Ichiro Kano will be coming to the plate. And most people would think that he's named Ichiro Kano in honor of the great Ichiro Suzuki, but his dad actually said he named him after a Japanese surfer that he was a big fan of. The pitch.
I read that.
Swing and a base. Shout out to Ichiro, though. One of the greatest right fielders we've ever seen in baseball history. And what a cohete, what a rocket.
What he did after winning 7 batting titles in Japan to come to the United States and then win a Rookie of the Year and MVP in his first year and then go on to get 3,000 hits over here.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
Incredible player.
Unbelievable.
All around. I mean, it's
talk about
of legend and
cool
everything he's
too.
done. He's still
cool,
being cool out there.
Coolest dude I've ever seen.
In the Pacific Northwest, he's still shagging flies, all cool as always. 1-1. The pitch. Foul. And I love it how he always snuck in, you know, a little bit of English. Like, hey, wait a minute, you know how to speak English, don't you? You know, guys will be like, and he'd be like, nope. And then he tells you, or in interviews, he's kind of let people know some of his favorite words in English, and they're very colorful words. Let's put it that way.
Well, he did his Hall of Fame speech in all English when he went into the Hall of Fame. And he was very graceful in doing so.
Lorenzo Bundy needs some magic from this version of Ichiro Kano. Takes a little bit off inside, ball 2. And Lorenzo knows him well, trusts him to send him up to the plate here. Plays for him during the season at Diablos del Mexico. The 2-2 pitch from Reyes to Cano. Cano staying alive. It's from San Jose del Cabo, so Cabo San Lucas. Great town. You been to Cabo?
I have.
Also been part of the Reds organization, so here he's looking to see red. 2-2. Fouling in the back.
And so far, and Cano doing a nice job at fouling off several of the fastballs that Reyes continues to feature.
I think Reyes tries to tuck it inside again.
He's going to throw a fastball. That much I do know.
He does.
Oh, breaking pitch.
Throws him the nastiness.
Put him away.
Siéntate. Pause. And Charros de Jalisco, but it's Benji Gilside with the lead. And Wilmer Rios on the hill now for Lorenzo Bundy, Rod Allen.
It's funny how Lorenzo Bundy's team during the course of the summer, they beat Benji Gill's team, but when they counted at the end of the year for the playoffs, it was Benji Gill's team that beat Lorenzo Bundy's team.
And Charros feel like they have unfinished business, given what happened in Serie Caribe 2025, facing Leones, El Escogido, and that rivalry lives on here in 2026. And if Charros are able to maintain this, it's starting to look more and more like we might get that final again. Dominican Republic looking extra dominant. So Fernando Flores now in at catcher, and the first offering to Madriz.
Whoever the Dominican team plays, they've got to slow down Junior Lake. Junior Lake already has 7 hits in the series. He scored a bunch of runs. He's stolen a bunch of bases. He's got an assist from the outfield. He's been balling. They've got to slow him down, whoever plays Dominican the remainder of the way. And their closer, Cordero's got 3 saves.
And Tomateros have that assignment tomorrow. República Dominicana versus Mexico Verde, right here on MLB Network. Reynaldo Rodriguez stepping in, the Colombian from Cartagena. And Rios offers a strike to start things off here in the bottom of the 8th. 4-2 lead for Charros.
One of the things that I've noticed the last 3 years doing these games in the Caribbean Series is the first couple of games of the series, you'll see some pitchers out there that don't necessarily throw hard, but they can pitch and they can compete. But once you get into the championship round and the other rounds and the knockout rounds, then you really start to see some of the best pitching.
Good drive by Rodriguez to right. Yadir Drake has a beat. He's got it in his leather for out number 2. So Rios working quick, and that's exactly what Lorenzo Bundy wants to see. They want to focus on those bats that get in the top of the 9th and mount a comeback. And going back to Junior Lake, that game was also between Charros and República Dominicana, Leones. It was a throw by Junior Lake that made the difference. Throwing out, I believe it was Wilansky at the plate. If not, it was Connor Hill. I get that right. In fact, Connor's normally the shortstop and Juan Carlos Gamboa stepping in after he fell ill after their last game. It starts him off with the strike here in the bottom of the 8th. Juan Carlos Gamboa at the plate takes from Rios. 1-1.
And you watch Gamboa in that batter's box. He kind of bounces that bat and right off his shoulder time after time after time, which pretty much tells him he's got his hands in the right position.
And confirm, you have one of the best teams in all of planet Earth here when it comes to stats and numbers and datos, and it was Welinski. And Juan Carlos Gamboa is also going to split that diamond and get himself a base knock. He's aboard with 2 down in the bottom of the 8th for Charros.
It helps when you get yourself in a nice fastball-friendly count. He's in a leverage count of 2-1, which means he's going to get something good to hit. He got something good to hit and didn't try to do too much with it. Hit it right back up the middle. Little two-seam fastball at about 91 miles an hour. That's a really good swing there by Gamboa. Yeah, the difference in this game up until this point might be that catch in center field, though, by Cordova.
And that's going to bring up the catcher, Santiago Chavez. 0 for 3 tonight.
It'd be a lot worse had he not made that play.
Chavez lifts it to left. Florial handles it. And we go to the top of the 9th. And it's going to be the top of the order for Tomateros to get the party started and make a comeback. And to lock it down. That's what Benji Gil wants to see. The 31-year-old on the hill here in what is the last chapter.
He has a couple of saves in the major leagues, and both of those with the Chicago White Sox.
And he's facing Carlos Sepulveda.
He's a tough out.
Yes, we've seen it.
Foster's got an outstanding changeup.
And there he starts it off with a strike.
And that changeup really plays against the left-handed batter.
From Valley, Alabama, the delivery, foul, 0-2 immediately. That's what you want to see. If you're Benji, you're sending him up there. He's pitched well in his appearances. Keep it going.
Well, anybody coming out of the bullpen right now for any one of these teams, the manager knows them and he trusts that they're going to throw strikes. You want strikes at the back end of the game, especially when the margin for error is as small as this one is.
And this might split the diamond. Look at this. Mago con guante to throw to first. Oh, it's going to get past Rodriguez. But a great attempt by Juan Carlos Gamboa. But Sepulveda always making it tough. He's aboard. Nobody out. And now the tying run comes to the plate.
And Sepulveda with decent speed, even though Gamboa made a real nice play going to his left, diving and then getting up and then making a throw across the diamond. He could not get enough on the throw to throw out Sepulveda. He got a real nice Sunday hop, which allowed him to leave his feet. And then he left his feet, he slid, got up and wheeled and turned, but did not make an accurate throw to complete the out. And a nice job by Rodriguez, the first baseman, knocking that ball down to prevent it from going into foul territory. We've talked about all the foul territory here at this ballpark last 3 days. Sepulveda would be in scoring position had not Rodriguez knocked it down.
And this man locked it down. A shot into right center, a diving catch with 2 outs saving the day. Now trying to apply the wood, but this looks like 2. Dead at second. Dead at first. And they find the pitcher's best friend. The double play.
I'm surprised it was that close. I mean, that ball was hit extremely hard off the bat of Cordova, and he hit it to Gamboa. He got it to Welinski, but they were very nonchalant in turning this, and he almost beat it out. That's a tailor-made double play. Looked like Welinski had a difficult time of getting out of his glove, and was he out? He beat that.
He beat that. And Cordoba got there. He's looking at the umpires, and he's like, oh, no. You're going to have to review this one.
Well, that was very nonchalant by the defense. I mean, that's a tailor-made double play. Ball hit that hard. Nice feed, but Welinski had a difficult time getting it out of his glove and could not really get anything on his throw, and that allowed Cordoba to beat it.
And Cordoba, as I mentioned, making that big-time play in center field and right center, a diving catch with 2 outs, saving that moment, keeping the score at 2-2 on each side. And it just came up big time with the leather, now with the wheels.
Lorenzo Bundy will win this challenge.
He's got to.
And it shouldn't take long. This umpiring crew has done a marvelous job. The entire series, really.
Yep.
They've done very well. All of the umpires.
And the survey says safe.
Outstanding hustle by Cordoba.
That's already, what, twice where he's out-hustled.
Sometimes you hit a ball this hard to the shortstop and you know it's a double play ball. You're not running as hard, but he was really running hard down that line and beat it out. Look at that stretch, too, by Rodriguez.
Yep.
Big, tall first baseman.
And that brings up the most dangerous hitter possibly for Tomateros, Rodolfo Amador. He's been hit by a pitch. He's got a base knock and looking for more here in the top of the 9th. He's representing the tying run, 4-2 ball game, 1 down. Charros leading. So for Foster, a man that plays for Algodoneros in the Mexican League. He also, in the summertime, we saw him with the Diamondbacks, got up to the Reno Aces in AAA. He prepares with Cordoba, the Panamanian, at first, opening up slightly, and a good block behind the dish by Santi Chavez.
Chavez hasn't done a whole lot with the bat today. He struck out 3 times, but man, has he called a really good game. And sometimes, as a catcher, you can't get caught in what your offensive numbers say during the course of the game. But you should feel good about the fact that you were able to handle this pitching staff flawlessly tonight. Foster needs the ground ball here. That's what he's looking for.
Amador, chopper to second. Gonna get the out at first. 2 down.
He did get the ground ball, but not hit nearly hard enough to turn 2. And Benji Gill's squad 1 out away, and from winning their 3rd game of the Caribbean Series against just 1 loss.
And that 1 loss was a tight one at that. It was a throw by Junior Lake and just a strong performance by Leones del Escogido to reactivate that rivalry with Charros de Jalisco, as they were the ones that beat Benji Gill's side and won it all in the Serie del Caribe 2025. Joey Meneses.
They may as well put the Junior Lake's name on the MVP trophy. He's been that good.
And I think we got Michael Wilansky on line 1.
Nope, Junior Lake.
Yes, I agree with you. Matt Foster, the former White Sox, looking for one more lock on the door. The pitch to Meneses, and he's not biting with the runner on second, but still representing the tying run. And with 1 swing, he can definitely turn this into a 4-4 ball game.
Joey's got some big power, although the last couple of years he has not hit for the same kind of power that he did when he came up as a rookie in 2022 with the Nationals, when he hit 13 home runs the second half of the season. He has not displayed that kind of power the last couple of years.
And he did it, what, like in 40, 50 games?
54 games, I think. And that was after 10 years in the minors.
The 1-0 pitch to Meneses. Foster offers a little bit, low and away, 2-0.
And Joey hit 11 home runs this year in AAA.
A man who homered twice against the United States in the 2023 World Baseball Classic has a 2-0 count. Facing Matt Foster, the pitch. 2 down, runner on second. And it feels like Chavez is instructing him, yes, we are being very careful with this guy.
Yeah, they're being careful, but you can't be too careful. I mean, you don't want to, create a situation for yourself where you allow Drake to come in and do some damage, because he's no slouch himself.
Nope.
As a matter of fact, he's performed better than Joey has in the series. But he walked Joey on 4 pitches that weren't even close. They weren't even close.
So the tying run is on.
Which leads me to believe that they pretty much were pitching around him to get to Drake, because he has been more efficient on everybody else that we've seen come to the plate in this inning, right?
And Yadier Drake, by the way, has also worked a couple of walks.
Drake likes the ball inside. He's looking to turn on something.
He's grounded to first. He's K'd in a couple of walks this evening. Here he comes, top of the 9th, with the Panamanian Cordova at second. Meneses at first. 2 down. Matt Foster's got some homework to lock this down. The pitch. Missed again.
If you're Drake, you're looking for 1 pitch in 1 spot. And if you get that pitch, do some damage. And now Benji Gill going to make a stroll out and have a conversation with Foster. The home plate umpire is out there again. They got a problem with the mound again.
And taking advantage, also part of that conversation, Benji Gill. Giving him a little bit of a pep talk. That's why guys love playing for Benji. He doesn't go bark at you. He'll have a little tequilita with you. In fact, remember that celebration he had with Shohei when Shohei was on the Angels?
Right.
Shohei hit a bomb and then they'd do that fake tequila shot together. Which is a beloved guy for all who play for him, just like Don Lorenzo Bundy. Getting the most and the max out of each guy that they spot into the lineup or they call in to pitch him from the pen. Yadier Drake trying to clutch up here. 1-0. Tying runs aboard. The pitch. And the pep talk work. Strike 1-1.
Usually after that manager or pitching coach goes out to visit, when you're struggling with your control, 9 out of 10, that next pitch is going to be a fastball for a strike.
Drake to short, hot shot. Gamboa can't play it. Has to go to second base, and they are all safe. Bases juiced here in the top of the 9th. So the tying run now in scoring position at second. Yadier Drake making it happen, at least just making the contact.
And Mexico Rojo trying to give this one away. They should have turned a double play earlier in the inning when Cordoba was running down the line. This ball hit like a bullet right at the shortstop. He cannot come up with it cleanly.
Oh.
And great hustle and by the base runner and Sepulveda getting to second base. Meneses, excuse me.
And they are playing in their home park. So you should know this infield a little bit better than most. At least going into this action, Esteban Florial 0 for 4, looking for a clutch moment. It could come here. Foster offers a little high, fouling it back 0-1.
All you need is a base hit if you're Florial. You don't really need to do a whole lot of damage. You don't need to drive the ball into the gap. If you get a base hit, you'll drive in 2.
This is his second at bat.
Great hustle by
traffic on the
Meneses
bags.
to beat that ball at second
Oh,
base.
yes. Now, the last time he came up to the plate with the bases loaded, he K'd.
Looking.
Foster goes right after him again, 0-2. Benji believes. The faithful here at Estadio Panamericano, House of Charros, believe. And Florial believes he can come up big time here for Tomateros. Florial wants a little bit of time as Foster took a little bit of time to deliver.
Yeah, may as well call the timeout and gather yourself. Take a deep breath. Speaking of deep breaths, Benji Gill wants to take a deep breath too.
Yes, he does. The 0-2 pitch to Florial. Staying there. Now what do you throw? You got the advantage, 0-2. You've seen him chase. You've seen him caught looking. What do you throw?
He's throwing all fastballs. That's all I've seen him throw for the most part. So I would have guessed that he's probably going to throw another fastball. You don't want to run the risk of bouncing a breaking ball for a wild pitch. The count is 0-2, so you don't really have to be too good with this next pitch. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be a good hitter's pitch. Not mad at that. But when you do throw that ball upstairs like that, you want it to be at a level where the hitter at least thinks about swinging. That ball was so high that when it left his hand, and Florial never even thought about swinging. So it's kind of a wasted pitch.
The 1-2 with the bases loaded. Down 2 for Tomateros. The pitch. Florial's not buying. And now we have all the ducks in a row. The Quacks, 2-2-2, and everybody.
And Florial, after every pitch, he is staring out there at Foster and daring him to throw a strike. He's already thrown 2 fastballs right by him in this at-bat.
And everybody that loves Charros nervous right now as Matt Foster prepares. Fires. Florial lifts it. Left field. This should do it. Leo Eras. Charros win. Huge victory after starting off with the L against Dominican Republic, Rod. They've come back nicely and now setting the tone into the weekend.
Outstanding job by Benji Gill, who pushed all the right buttons today. Lorenzo Bundy of the Mexico Verde team, they just could not muster enough offense to get a W here today, and they need desperately to win a ball game tomorrow.
And the Caribbean Series continues tomorrow as Panama takes on Puerto Rico. Coverage begins at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific, live on MLB Network. For my partner, Rod Allen, producer Matt Olbaum, director Benji Goldsmith, and associate director Ryan Upperman, as well as the rest of our wonderful crew. This is Adrian Garcia Marquez saying goodbye for now, and thanks for watching the 2026 Caribbean Series, presented by DirecTV.
Best first baseman in baseball all around.
Flagged down by Harper.
Kurtz with the hops.
Freddie Freeman in that Gold Glove form.
MLB Network breaks down the top 10 first basemen right now, Monday at 7 Eastern on MLB Network. The Caribbean Series continues on MLB Network. See which nation has what it takes to claim Winter Fall's international crown. The Caribbean Series continues Thursday on MLB Network.